So I get out of the shower and I go on Twitter and I see this article from The Atlantic. The popular YouTube philanthropist Mr. Beast has built an image on being a nice guy that has a history of using homophobic slurs. At Taylor Lorenz reports. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Beast is a YouTube channel with around 3 or 4 million subscribers who donates money to people. So I've known Jimmy now for about 2 years, and I promise you right now, he is not homophobic in the slightest. I see this pop up on my timeline, and I saw one tweet that came up that was at a friend of mine. As soon as I saw that, I had to read this fucking article because everyone's talking about it, and it's just, I want to give my 2 cents on it, and I could easily make a video on it. The popular YouTube philanthropist Mr. Beast has built his image on being a nice guy, but has a history of using homophobic slurs. Mr. Beast has gone viral for giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars, but he has previously used slurs and made offensive jokes. Haven't we all? I'm sure we've all made jokes that we probably regret or were way too offensive than we thought they were. You know when you come up with a joke and then you say it and it's like, that sounded better in my head. We've all been there. Over the past year, Jimmy, a 20-year-old YouTuber known as Mr. Beast, who chose not to reveal his last name in his videos, can't blame him, has gone repeatedly viral for giving away massive amounts of cash. Known to many in the community as YouTube's biggest philanthropist to date, he's donated more than $500,000 to people including an Uber driver, waitress, random people in parking lots, Twitch streamers in his North Carolina neighborhood, all of which have been captured on his vlog. You know they're pretty out of touch when they call it the vlog. It's his YouTube channel. He has separate videos. Not really a vlog. If you were on that, if you understood social media and YouTube, you'd understand it's not just his vlog. It's a channel. It's his outlet. It's not... I don't even know why that annoys me so much. His family-friendly stunts have garnered an audience of nearly 5 million subscribers on YouTube, and his channel is growing exponentially by the day. In a recent video titled I Gave $500,000 to Random People, Drake's song God's Plan plays over a montage of previous videos of Jimmy throwing out hundreds of dollars to strangers. He gave 3 million pennies, 35... Okay, I like how they had to throw in how much it cost, $30,000, okay. Like, we really needed to know how much that was, to his 3 million subscriber, over-tipped his cab drivers and more. In one video, he dropped $20,000 out of a drone. In another, he gave his mum $100,000 to help pay off her mortgage. My new thing when I'm feeling down is to watch a Mr. Beast video and just see the pure joy in people's faces when someone is nice for no reason, which in turn makes me feel better about the world in general, one fan tweeted. Mr. Beast videos are the best dumb videos I've ever seen, said another. Couldn't have worded better myself. For most of his videos, he acts as a social media Robin Hood, donating the money he receives from brand deals. While giving away such large amounts of cash is undoubtedly noble. He doesn't give away all of his profits, and monetizing his viral videos also helps him grow his audience. Right, that doesn't really make much sense that monetizing his viral videos means he's going to be growing more. That actually makes no sense whatsoever. Just saying. He explains this to his mother in a video from December when he gives his mom a check for $100,000. She rejects the check repeatedly before Jimmy jokes, if I don't give it to you, I don't have a viral video. I can hear him saying that in my head. They're using me for views, she responds. But you get money too, so we're both happy, he says. Jimmy explained his generosity in a video from this month. I genuinely enjoy helping people. It's something I've had an issue with. I'm that much of a nice guy, he says. I don't know why. I'm not just saying this to look good. I've just always been a really nice guy. Now I can actually back that up before we get into the really nitty gritty stuff. Back when Jimmy had 100, maybe even 150,000 subscribers, he had a series called Worst Intros. Now, Worst Intros where he'd have to scroll through YouTube and find awful intros that kids would make for their YouTube channels that would go nowhere. And he would end up reacting to these and have a funny joke at the end of it and move on. Came across a video from The Red Spy that had me in it singing along, just an inside joke, and he titled it New Intro.mp4 because we were just pissing around. It was unlisted and somehow Mr. Beast found it. We ended up getting a DM from Mr. Beast and he said, hey, can I use this? And we were like, yeah, fuck it. Only if you link us in the description, because we were really needy little shits back then. But regardless, he used the intro. It gained us our first initial boost on our channels, which I am still to this day very grateful for. We ended up playing CSGO with him quite a bit for a long period of time. And during that time, my graphics card died. And this was before Jimmy was earning, that much, and he genuinely sent me a brand new graphics card out of the kindness of his heart. I still use it to this day. He also gave me multiple jobs that helped me stay afloat, so if anything, I am hysterically grateful. I'm even in quite a few of his videos, including one where he donates to streamers. He just donates to me while I was playing PUBG. I am So grateful for that, it is ridiculous. So, before we go into whether he's a homophobe or not, I can tell you that for a fact that he is genuinely one of the nicest people I've ever met. But what many people might consider not so nice are the homophobic jokes Jimmy has made on his YouTube channel, or his habit of calling people fags on Twitter. Jimmy regularly uses the notation of being gay as a punchline and treats the word like a slur, hurling it at people or things he's attempting to diss. Windows is gay. He tweeted regarding his frustration using the operating system in December 2015. More recently, in December 2016, he responded to a tweet saying, "I don't have a printer, fag." Now this tweet is at the Red Spy. If you've been following the channel for a while, you'll know that, well, we kind of started this whole... I went to school with Red Spy Andy as well. It's very funny seeing this tweet that was just a joke ages and ages ago, now being used against him. I don't know, I think it's... It's a joke. He's literally saying, "I don't have a printer, fag." We used to call each other fags all the time. Though Jimmy has stated on Twitter that he's not gay, he jokes about the possibility often. In a video from last October titled, "Giving $10,000 to comments on this video," Jimmy wears a shirt emblazoned with the words, "I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. I think that was a good joke. Just saying. In another, he stands in front of a pink post-it note with the word "gay" on it, an arrow pointing right towards him. His bio currently reads, "Just because I'm gay doesn't mean I'm gay." He's got a point, you know. While some of his comments may seem par for the course for an unaware teen boy, many of his statements will be offensive regardless of his personal sexuality. When reached by phone on Thursday and given the opportunity to put his comments in context, Jimmy showed no regret or remorse. "I'm not surprised, they're just jokes. I'm not offensive towards anyone," he said. "I'm not offensive in the slightest bit in anything I do. I'm just going to ignore it. I don't think anyone cares about this stuff." He then asked if The Atlantic could simply run a positive article about him, not including use of his slurs. Wait, what? You wanted to run a positive article after calling him up and saying, "Yeah, by the way, I think you're homophobic. Have you got anything to defend yourself?" And he's like, "No, I don't think I'm offending anyone." Oh, not including his use of slurs. Yeah, because that's clearly, you know, in play now, isn't it? When informed that this was not an option, he suggested that he respond to a list of questions in writing of email, saying, "Wouldn't it be easier if I just filled out these answers instead of saying this?" I love that. Finally, he said, "I'm just a dumb kid that makes YouTube videos and I don't like doing interviews," before cutting the call short and hanging up. Good! I like to see Jimmy having a backbone. Good shit, my man. Minutes after the call ended, Jimmy deleted all tweets using the word "fag" from his Twitter account. Smart move. Jimmy is beloved by many in the YouTube community when a kid who worked for Jimmy as a contract video editor for a week accused him of faking portions of his videos. Now, I remember this situation very well. Guy was completely spastic, just out for revenge on Jimmy because he was no longer working for Jimmy. It's a simple story that just got like thrown out of proportion by yours truly. Many other YouTubers defending him, calling the accusations baseless, which they were. Before they were made aware of two of his comments, two YouTubers told me they considered Jimmy to be kind, humble, and earnest. But homophobia runs deep in the YouTube community, and Jimmy is not the first to be called out for making offensive statements. The British YouTube powerhouse, Zoella, was forced to apologise in November for mocking gay men on Twitter. You've just compared Jimmy to fucking Zoella. Jimmy isn't selling a $50 advent calendar and throwing a lot of things into controversy. He's also not pulling off shady shit onto his audience like, you know, hiring a ghostwriter to write a book for him. Bunch of other things that we could throw Zoella under the bus for, but no. You're throwing Jimmy under the bus. Oh, it's just, like you've already said before, it's baseless. It's a baseless accusation, and you have nothing to stand by apart from a couple of tweets that have been deleted that you have taken out of context years before he had even above 200,000 subscribers. And you know that. Earlier last summer, the YouTuber Jack Jones had to apologise for a homophobic outburst. Yeah, but he's a complete twat though, so we don't really need to bring him into this. It doesn't really compare to the size of a Jimmy, whatever. Jake and Logan Paul have also come under fire in the past for making homophobic statements on Twitter. They are also complete idiots. If you have spoken to Jimmy, which you have, down the phone, you know exactly how he acts and who he is. He's not up his own arse. He's not super arrogant. He's actually a very nice person, like you have already stated in this article. In the meantime, Jimmy continues to make videos and raise money for more YouTube philanthropy. 2 weeks ago on his birthday, he tweeted, "I'm 20 years old now. One of these days, I'll stop being an idiot." That's where you want to leave it. Just calling him an idiot. Let's see what she's written. The Lil Tay saga reaches his logical conclusion. right. Because you could see that from a mile away, couldn't you? You could really see that it was child exploitation the whole time. You really saw that coming, didn't you, Taylor? Yeah, of course you did. Donald Glover fans have taken over a pro-Trump Reddit page. Great. I'm so glad you covered really important shit. One emoji that means true love. Electric scooter charger culture is out of control. What? Hi Ethan, Jimmy's career in philanthropy is amazing and none of his comments overshadow his life. That doesn't mean they shouldn't be called out, but I'm sorry my story came across harsh. Jimmy is talented, extremely generous, and I'm sure this will not be my last story on him. Well, yeah, I hope you resurrect what you've done. I hope you fix this shit. None of his comments overshadow his life, but they do now because I whacked it in an article and it's going viral. Clicks! Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, leave a like on it and comment down below what you thought of it. I have a Patreon. A lot of you support it. Appreciate it very much. We're over $200 now, which is like... Thank you so much for those who support. You get on the whiteboard, and that's... I need to start reading my names out, but I'm lazy. Once again, thanks for watching. Peace.